are not here to live up to the expectations of no one else. Did you hear that? We're going to talk about that and believing in your dream today. So I am Lynnie Wennerstrom, and I'm here to help you find your purpose. And one of the tools I use is Dr. Chad Helmstedter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. Today is actually, because I had to catch up on yesterday, today is actually December 20th, day 355. There are 11 days left in the year, and we are 96.99% complete with the year. Look at that, 96.99. We're just rocking down. So let's talk about expectations. Let's read the passage for today. I'm not here to live up to the expectations of someone else. I'm here to live up to the highest expectations of my highest self. You are not here to live up to the expectations of others. We talked about that 2 days ago and I totally outed myself, like with my sister, always telling her, and it wasn't just my sister. Oh my gosh, a ruse. I was always saying, this is what you should do. This is what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. And like I know better, right? You're not here to have a Lynnie tell you what you should do and how you should be, or parents or anyone. You are here, if you are an adult, and even if you're an older child, and they're telling you what you should do and have to do and all of that, those are their programs. And I know that they mean well, but just see if that fits for you, if it feels good for you. And I'm not telling you to go against parents. I'm just saying, because hopefully you're 18, at least here, and your parents could still be telling you, I want you to be an attorney. I want you to be a lawyer. I want you to be a doctor. I want you to do this or that. Like, that's the way to success. This is what you need to do. And I would check that. I would check that within. Let me read this with your higher self speaking it to you. You are not here to live up to the expectations of someone else. You're here to live up to the highest expectations of your highest self. Now, that is powerful and empowering. And that is taking responsibility for self when you actually go within. And we talk about finding purpose here. This is what we talk about, is you finding your purpose. So because your purpose gives you meaning, it gives you direction, it gives your life value, and it feels right. You feel aligned. When you're in your purpose, when you are moving within your purpose, it feels right. You will find challenges and say thank you to the challenges, because they help you to grow and become, to expand yourself more, to grow, to become more, to just have that expansion of self and that self development. So let's read about believing in your dream. What if you have an important dream of something that you would like to do with your life, and it could be possible, but it doesn't seem possible, as though someone else could have that dream and make it happen, but it wouldn't work for you? The problem is not with the dream. It's a problem of belief, and basically with your belief in you. And that's not a bad problem to have, because belief in ourselves is one thing we can change. And the best way we have ever found to change self-belief is with the right self-talk. You could have gotten the wrong messages, which are called programs, even thousands of them, that told you what you cannot do or what won't work for you, or programs that caused you to not believe in yourself. But the right self-talk, starting now, repeated often enough, neuroplasticity, repeat, erases and replaces years of negative programs, the exact programs that stopped you from believing in yourself in the first place. There are two things you have to do. First, practice positive self-talk that is designed to rewire your brain with self-belief instead of self-doubt. Number two, practice seeing your super dreams come to life. Write them down, literally live them in your mind, and begin to see them actually happening. If you get your self-talk right and picture your dreams clearly every day and refuse to give up, they will happen. You are the creator of your life. I talk about goal setting as a spiritual practice. You are writing it down, which automatically you go up to 80% or 85% of actually, because you've written it down from your brain to paper. You've written it down. Now you've told your brain, this is what I want. And you've given it clear, concise directions of what you want. And then you are, and then you date that. And we talked about this yesterday. I talk about this always, that goal setting is a spiritual practice. You're bringing from the invisible into the visible. You're creating from that 99.99999% of energy, of space, of the wave. You are bringing into the 0.0999% of the material, into the material world. You are creating something tangible, something physical, something that you can see or be proud of, a business, a relationship, a larger bank account, an invention, a piece of art, a show, something. You are bringing into from the invisible, you're bringing it into the visible. That is how powerful you are. This is your self-talk, your belief. When you visualize and you can see it, you make it stronger. And that will help you with the emotion, because when you have the intention with an elevated or heightened emotion, like an elevated, like happiness, and that you can make it happen, and belief in self and all of that, you have that, you know it's going to happen, and you get so joyful about it. You have that, and you repeat, and you see it every single day in your mind's eye or on a vision board or something, but you always have it in front of you, and you always have the goal in front of you, and you're working towards it, and you repeat, and you're working on that goal, working every single time, every single day towards that. You will make it happen. It has to happen. That is part of the law of quantum, being in that is a scientific law, that you will make that happen. You will bring from the invisible, you will create. It may not be exactly, if you give it up to that higher mind, it's going to be even more powerful, even better than you could have ever imagined, but it will happen. It has to happen, and it will happen. That's how powerful you are. You are a unique individual, but you are an individual expression of the one universe, God, power, energy. You're an individual expression of that. It's only a matter of degree. And if you left planet Earth, you then become that. Just like the ocean, I talk about that all the time. The ocean, here goes the drops of the ocean. It hits a rock, and psh, here comes all the spray. One's down here, one drops over here, one's over here, one's higher, one's out this way, one went way over there. And so it's going that way, one's going this way. They all have they have all the individual constituents of the ocean in them, every single one of them. But then they have their uniqueness. Some are a little bigger, some are a little smaller, some have a little piece of sea moss, some have whatever, something different in it. But it has all the constituents of the ocean. And it's just a matter of a degree. It's a matter of degree. They're a drop of the ocean, and they're all over, and they go out at different times, and they go back in at different times. But when they're coming into the ocean, psh, now where's that drop? That drop is the ocean. That drop is now the ocean, just as you are consciousness. When you depart planet Earth, when I depart planet Earth, when Steve, my hubby, departed planet Earth last month, he's now consciousness. He's now the one. He's now all of it. And does he still have his essence? Sure. Does he have his astrological chart? Sure. That will always exist, because everything exists. And every potential exists in that field. And when you move into the unknown, that is that field, that is all this air around us, everything, all this space. When you move past planet Earth, zoom out, see planet Earth, see it as a flat rock or see it as a ball spinning. It doesn't matter, because if you believe it's flat, then it's flat. If you believe it's round, it's round. That has no bearing on where we're going with this, because truly you create your own beliefs. And if something you believe it to be true, then please honor the other people that believe it to be the other thing to be true. On anything, on absolutely anything. It's not even worth creating separation, because all potentials exist. So somewhere there's a flat earth, somewhere there's a round earth. It's like, everything matters, so everything has value. But please don't get caught up in sparring and saying I'm right and they're wrong, because that creates separation. Just allow people to have their beliefs and have the expectation in a very good way that you have your own beliefs as well, and they should be just as respected. So now we're going to back up from whatever you see Earth as and go whoosh, back, and here it is. Now you see it as a teeny little ball. Oh, let's just use my ring, okay? That's Earth, and now it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Pretty soon you can't even see it, right? But you're out in space, and it's all, first it's light, and then it's dark. It's dark out there, and then you see light. Who knows what you see? We've all been there. Every single one of us has been there. We're now in human form, but we're there. We're suspended. We don't have a body. We're just energy, and we can see planet Earth, and all of a sudden all the fighting and the wars and the separation and all of that, it's like a doesn't, now you can bless it and move back and move back, and then just see that all of that space, see all the space around that little dot that is now Earth, that maybe you can't even see the dot anymore. You see stars and planets, and you see all kinds of stuff, but mostly you just see space. That's the quantum field. And that is what most everything is, 99.9999%. And then 0.0, is it 119999? 0.09999%, or I think it's 0.00001%. How they get these numbers, I don't know. I'm parroting, but I can tell you that I believe this to be true. My programs say, take it with a grain of salt. It's what I believe, that it's true. And if you look back in space, if you look, there's just so much space around. But that is scalar energy. That is energy, different types of energy that you can move and create matter out of that. You can create tangible anything out of that when you come back to planet Earth. But look how much of that there is, of the space, of the unknown, compared to planet Earth, what you're seeing right now, because it looks like that's all there is. And then there's this vast sky. But just zoom out, and pretty soon you see that there's just space out there. I mean, so much compared to planets and constellations and all the different things that are out there. Space junk, satellites, who knows? Whatever's out there, it's almost all space, and you get to move. You are the creator. You are the designer. You are the director of your life. You can create whatever it is that you want. Come back to planet Earth now and understand. Here we come, zooming in. Here we are. Look, here we are. Doink. We landed. And now we're here on planet Earth. And now it seems like we're back, but we see the mountains, and this is what we're seeing right now. And whatever you're seeing, wherever you are, this is what we're seeing. And you can touch it. You can feel it, and you can smell it, and you can taste it. You got these senses, but now you know that there's something way more powerful that you just experienced. And that, call it the void, call it space, call it quantum field, call it whatever you want to call it. Call it higher, the higher power, whatever you want to call it. But know that there's way more of that than there is of all of this. So I hope that was fun today. We are December 20th. Man, we got 5 days till Christmas. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. So, the passage, I'm not here to live up to the expectations of someone else. I'm here to live up to the highest expectations of my highest self. And so you are. So, don't ever let anyone, including a Lynnie, anyone, as an adult, tell you what you should be doing, shouldn't be doing, or what you should become, what you should change. It's more, if someone if someone is influential to you and they share that maybe you might want to read this book or do this or look at self-talk, or because I will constantly say you should get this. I don't really say that. I just know neuroplasticity, the brain. I am going to recommend that highly to you. Yet it's up to you to decide what works for the expectations of your higher self. What do you have? What expectations do you have of yourself? Who you want to be, become, create, change? What do you want to become? We're coming up on a new year. Why not delve into that, like head first this time? Write some goals. Change the way you do things, and man, you're gonna have you're just going to have a wonderful life. Not that you're not going to have challenges, but you are going to be the one directing your life rather than everything all around you and all the people that you're influenced by, and your own, everyone else. Hey, Charlie. Here comes Charlie the Poita. Hey, Poita. Let me see if you see Charlie. Can you see Charlie? Hey, Charlie. Would you mew? I don't know if you could see him. I can't see because the sun's right in my eyes. But anyway, that's the story. You are very, very powerful. You can do absolutely anything. So I believe in you. You can do this. You can find your purpose. You can do, be, have, create, change, become absolutely anything. You know, happy beans? You can. You absolutely can. And it doesn't, you can start believing in yourself. Change your self-talk. Start listening to self-talk. Download that app. It's always in the description. And you can start changing your life immediately. You'll change your brain. You will rewire your brain through neuroplasticity, the power of neuroplasticity. You will rewire your brain with the programs that you want. Come on, Feather. Boy, they've all come out. So that's the story. And Christmas is almost here. Hanukkah starts on the 25th. So that should be exciting for all of you who celebrate that. I'm a Christmas person myself. I celebrate it all. So that's the story. That's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this, and know that you can excel in times of change. You know, right now, this we're going through our firsts. You know, Lynette and I without Steve. Steve is consciousness now, and our relationship is definitely different because he's not here. Meaning, my relationship with Steve, Lynette's relationship with her dad. And come here, puppies. Look, they're all here. It's like a little parade of cute little animals. Can you see Charlie? Let me see if I can cover up that sun so I can see. Yeah, there's Charlie. And then there's Happy Beans and Feather. So all of us, you know, everything has changed in the way of how of our relationship and everything. But these are firsts on planet Earth after 35 years of having, you know, Christmas and birthdays and New Year's and Thanksgiving and Halloween's and all the things, you know, all the things, all the celebrations, all the milestones, anniversary celebrations. My baby gave me exactly 33. We've been together 35, but we were married 33 on the 8th of November. I mean, on the 9th is when we were married. So he completed a full, which he told me he would. So that was beautiful. Anyway, you know, this is big change. It's big change when there's grief, there's excitement for me, of a new chapter. It's only because of my beliefs and my self-talk, and that I have excitement. You know, I'm excited to start my new chapter, which I have started. And there's also like trepidation. I've been with him since I was a very young adult, and so, and then I had Lynette as I was a single parent. He adopted her. I think she was 6 when they met. 7. She says 7, but she had to have been 6 because she turned 7. But anyway, the point is, I had Lynette before that, and then I was living with my parents for the first few years, and then Lynette and I moved out, and then I met Steve when I came to interview, just kind of a fluke thing. But I just have been with him. Like I moved from my parents to and being a single parent to Steve, and Steve played many roles in my life. He was 12 years older than me, and so there was a lot of different roles that he played, and so there's a lot of change, and I'm sharing all this with you very personal because I want you to know that if you have experienced a death, whether it be of a spouse or a child or a parent or a sibling or a friend, you know, they have gone on to become those drops in the ocean and they're back in the ocean. They are consciousness. And they wouldn't even want us to feel, just like we wouldn't when we go, we wouldn't want to feel, want anyone to feel, we want them to feel happy for us. This is why we did a celebration of life for Steve. I want to celebrate. I want to be incredibly grateful for the time I've had him and on this planet Earth, and I also want to celebrate that he is now whole, and he fulfilled what he came here to do on planet Earth. So I just want you to know that you too can excel in change, no matter how heartbreaking or difficult it may seem or challenging. You can, and it's a shift in perspective and understanding that these are all roles, and and it's a short time. It's just like a little short jaunt here on planet Earth, and then we go back, and we go back to the one or whatever it is you believe. These are my beliefs, but I want to just give you encouragement. If you look at all the near death experiences and then meditation and listening to mediums, there's a lot of beauty in across the veil, if you will, and a lot of peace. And this is the place where you get to taste and touch and feel, like have these emotions that just rip you, like the grief that can just give you such a gut punch. It's like truly you feel like, wow, like it almost is physical. It's almost so physical that you'll throw up. I mean, it can be, for me, it can be like that. And yet, it's such an honor and a privilege to be experiencing that in the human form, because on the other side of the veil, it's just peace and happiness and love. And I don't even know about happiness. I mean, it's light, love. You listen to all every single person who, has a near death experience, or you listen to mediums who talk to people, and they're just like, God, enjoy your life. We'll see you soon. you know, and it's just a blink of an eye for them. Here we are thinking like, oh, 24 hours in a day and 365 days in a year. And what am I going to do tomorrow? It's like, what are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do? Like, just live fully. I hope you live fully. The year is coming. Set your goals. Obviously, move through whatever you need to on the emotions, but recognize it's an honor and a privilege. This is how, like, you can excel in times of change, no matter how difficult, no matter what it is. Losing a home, losing a job, losing, right? That's planet Earth. That's lack. But truly, because we live in a very abundant universe. But loss is a very human feeling that we've lost something, which means we're in lack. And so to come from a place of very high frequency of gratitude for all that we have. And I read like all that you were born with, was that yesterday's, I think that was for but I mean, it's every day is just, you have so much to look forward. Yeah, for December 19th, it was, you have all these incredible gifts. You've been given incredible gifts. You have your life, your talents, your skills, your interests, your energy, your time, and your positive attitudes. And with those gifts, you can do anything. That was yesterday. And I'm telling you, you can. And then believing in your dream, we talked about that today. This is, and not living up to the expectations of others, but the expectations of your highest self. Your individual expression of the one. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to move into the new year with? And what are you going to move into tomorrow morning or right now when you finish watching this video? What are you going to do with that? I hope that you choose to live fully. Know that you can excel in times of change, and you can absolutely you can excel in every single area of your life. You can find success in every single area of your life. You can. And it's just, it's a it's a perception and a perspective. Like, how do you perceive the world, and how do you see it? Do you see yourself as a victim, or do you see yourself as empowered to make choices? Every single day you get to make choices. And the better choices you make, the more positive, that are in alignment with your purpose, and the more that you're serving others, you're in service to others, the more you're going to feel good, and the better, the higher frequency you're going to vibrate it, the more things that you're going to bring into your heart. Our thinking is electric, our heart is magnetic, and so we're bringing, we're creating this electromagnetic field around us. Where's that vibrating? What is that attracting to our heart, to our self? Like, what are we doing? Where are we at? So think about that. Where are you? Where are you at? What do you want? What do you really want in this life? I love you so very, very much. Oh, I know I already said that, but I do. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. We'll see you tomorrow.